Welcome, PBA LBC League Bowlers. I'm Neil Stremmel, your Director of Rules and Equipment, and I'm joined once again by Packy Hanrahan. Thank you, Packy, for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
PBA champion, Packy Hanrahan, 4-time gold medalist. I'll probably have you more than that. 4-time recent gold medalist.
No, it's first time on the team.
Oh, man.
First time on the team.
Success right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Team USA earlier this summer. Check it out on YouTube. 4 gold medals and a silver. Fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, so one question I wanted to talk to you about today is you're in league, whether it's the Elite League or your league back home, the league bowlers out there probably run into this sometimes. You know, you got 2 balls, maybe you're striking with both, or you're neither one is perfect, but you need to pick, right? So you're trying to get through that decision-making process in like 10 minutes and a handful of shots.
Yeah.
Walk me through that. How do you get there? How do you make that decision?
Well, just like for starters, when you're going through, like I bring 4 balls to league, 3 reactive balls, and then I bring a plastic ball. And what I do is I kind of go from strongest to weakest, and I try and play the outside of the lane and slowly move in. So when I bowl league, I don't necessarily throw shots on the first arrow because I have so much hand. I know it's not going to work, but I might throw shots from 10 and from 15 to see, you know, hey, is my stronger ball going to work tonight or is it not? And you can tell pretty quickly if it's not, but the main thing that I look for is balls that are gonna hit the pocket. So like, when I throw it good, when I throw it bad, what ball isn't gonna split? That's basically, it's more for me, damage control.
Yeah.
I know if I can get a ball that's gonna hit the pocket every shot, I'm gonna score more just because I'm giving myself more opportunity to strike.
So you might pick, you know, maybe it's not your brand new ball, maybe you go back to your older ball because, hey, I'm hitting the pocket with it. Maybe I'm not striking every shot, but like I know what's going on here, and I can work off of that when I start off, and then maybe change later.
Absolutely, and I think what a lot of league bowlers don't know is some of the best players in the world do the exact same thing. It might not be at your Tuesday or Thursday night league, but it might be right before a TV show. They're trying to find what ball hits the pocket the most, which one they can control, you know, hey, what is my maximum and minimum? If I can bring my minimum score up to 200 and my maximum is going to be, you know, 270 because I hit the pocket every shot of practice, that's a whole lot better than this ball looks like it's going to strike every time it hits the pocket, but I'm 3 for my 6 shots of practice, right? Like you get that ball, you get that brand new ball that's real shiny and it goes sideways through the pins. You might split a couple times with it game 1, but if you go back to Old Faithful, you know you're going to hit the pocket every shot, and you know, at worst, you might shoot, for you guys out there who average 170, at worst, you might shoot 150, but at best, you might shoot a 250.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, I'd like to see you go through that process.
Yeah.
We got a couple balls here. And, you know, we got the PBA LBC league pattern out here.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-to-1 ratio for you guys out there. It's not, you know, it's a little tougher than your house shot, but it's not, you know, what you normally bowl on the PBA Tour. So let's take a look at that, and then let's talk through that process of making that decision.
All right, perfect.
Thank you. Let's do it. All right, Packy, so we're here. You got 3 balls. Why don't you tell me what's what here and what you're looking at?
Yeah, so I got a Pure Envy, which is a brand new big hooking hybrid ball from the Hammer line. I have a CUDA Power Core, or Super CUDA Power Core, which is, you know, a very benchmark ball for me, probably the one that's going to come out of my bag first. Okay. I'm just going to use the ball that, you know, is right in the middle of the lineup, something that I think probably I would throw, and then I have something that goes a little further down lane and snaps pretty hard in the Beyond Infinity.
All right, so you're going to just start with the CUDA C, and then kind of go from there. That makes sense. You start with the benchmark and then decide from there where to go.
And I should be able to tell, like, whether I should go, hey, this ball's not strong enough, or, you know, maybe this ball's a little too strong, I need something further down lane.
All right.
All right, looks good. We're done.
So, good benchmark ball.
Yeah, so really good shot. Maybe it made a little too strong of a shape. It went pretty hard through that 8, you know, through that 9 pin through the pocket. So maybe if I was bowling practice, warming up in league, I already know where I can strike with that one. I might go to something a little stronger.
Quickly jump to something else.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
You only, like we talked about a little bit earlier, you only get so many shots. Like if you're bowling on a 5-man league team and you get 10 minutes, you might get 5 shots, maybe 6. Yeah. So, you know, it's once you're lined up with a ball, if you have multiple balls to try, if you only have one ball, great. If you have multiple balls that you want to try, basically once I strike with one of them, I'm switching to the next.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Makes sense.
go to a little stronger piece, see if it strikes.
That looked
Yeah.
further left and still stronger.
Yeah,
Or did
so
I miss?
it was a pretty good shot. I rotated a little bit and I threw what I thought was a pretty good shot, you know, especially like you guys in league, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're actually looking for something when you miss a little bit.
Good point.
You want something to still hit the pocket. That actually, you know, like we talked about with the Super Cuda, it actually jumped off it like super hard. So I actually, in my mind, I'm 2 shots in, probably not the strong ball. You know, and especially in league, not often does a guy who has a super high rev rate like me need to use a very strong ball. So now, I still know I can strike with the Cuda. I'm gonna switch straight down to the Beyond Infinity, which would be, you know, a little further down lane, maybe even a little snappier, but we'll see what happens.
All right, let's take a look.
All right.
That looked good too.
Yeah, they both struck. So this is, you know, this is kind of like what we talked about, whether do you want to throw a ball that is more of a control piece or a ball like the Beyond Infinity that might be a little snappier down lane. For me, if all I got were those 3 shots, I would always tend to throw the smoother ball. The Beyond Infinity actually, if Phil wants to slow-mo it for us, the 8-pin was the last one to fall.
Yeah.
And it fell a little late, where the Super Cuda, pretty much they all fell at once.
Yeah.
So for me, looking at the 3 balls I have, the Pure Envy, I might not throw tonight at all. The Super Cuda, I'm probably gonna start with. And once I have to start moving, and let's say I flat 7 a couple times, that's when I might need a little more angular piece, and I'd throw the Beyond Infinity.
Perfect. I love hearing that. That's the whole thought process. I want people to kind of hear and understand. You did a great job explaining that. And we saw exactly what you're talking about. So,
and like many people out there, like the Pure Envy's the brand new ball for me. I tend to get the new ball syndrome as well, where I want to throw the new piece. But I know if I want to go and average, you know, 220, 230 tonight, keep my average right where it is, I'm probably going to start with the Super Cuda because I know it gives me the most pocket control and the most chances to strike.
All right, that makes sense. And that, since that's your benchmark ball, it's easier to move from that too, because you understand you understand it probably better than all the other ones.
Absolutely.
All right, that's great advice. I hope the league bowlers out there, you know, can take that in and understand what he's talking about and use that to your advantage when you're warming up, whether it's for a tournament or league bowling. Appreciate it and continue to support our sport. Thank you.
And if you use this tip, it's guaranteed to increase your average by 10.